2013 Subaru Outback, and it's time to do the brakes. And anytime you replace brake pads, I recommend to replace rotors as well. Rotors are fairly cheap nowadays. You could get one for about $25–30, especially the rear ones. You're reducing risk of having squeaking or any other noises coming from brakes if you replace pads and rotors at the same time. I paid about $27 or so for this one. I like that it has extra protection here, which is more important in north states and countries where you have more rust. For brake pads, I'm gonna be using Akebono, and I think that's the best brake pads of all. And that's a part number for rear brakes on 2013 and 2014 Subaru Outback. Rear wheels are up, and vehicle is on jack stands. And as a backup, it's also on a car jack. Lug nut bolts are 19mm. Now wheel can come off. So main reason I'm working on brakes is had some issue where even driving 30 miles an hour I could hear a noise which usually associated with worn brake pads, the squeaking sound. I wasn't sure if brake pads was the issue or rotors or there's something else, but I decided to start with replacing brake pads and rotors. Now I see that I'm missing a cover here, might have to order one before I put everything back in, unless I find it inside. Now when I remove the other side, I noticed that my parking brake shoes are not secured. Everything fell apart from here. All the mounting things fell down, broke. This one's very scratched up, so I'm gonna be replacing on two sides. I'm gonna be replacing parking shoes, and I'm gonna be using new parking brake hardware kit, but that's gonna be in a next video sometime in the future. I'm gonna be working on removing this caliper, and I'll start by removing two 14mm bolts. One is right here and one is here. I won't be able to reach for top one with ratchet because the brake hose is on the way, so I'm gonna use a wrench. Gonna temporarily secure that bottom bolt for leverage. Now I'll do it again. Now usually you have to hang the caliper some by the spring so that you don't break the brake hose. Here you have a control arm right here, and you can just take it out and let it rest right here. Now I'm gonna remove this brake caliper bracket, and I like that that's also 14mm bolt, so it's a bit easier with tool selection. One here and one right here. It's interesting that on this side the brake pads actually look pretty good. On the other side they were much worse. Now let's remove the rotor. Now since I'm not gonna be keeping this rotor, I'm gonna gently hit with a hammer right here to see if I'll be able to move it a little. If you're gonna keep rotor, you could use a bolt that goes right here, which I believe this right here. I think this bolt you could use here. which I'm gonna do that if I won't be successful with hammer method. Very easy. Anytime you replace brake pads and rotors, I'd recommend also inspect parking brake. As you can see, this one, everything looks good. All connections, everything is in place, and parking brake shoes are secure. For comparison, that's what I had on driver's side. Completely loose, not secure, missing some parts here. When I was doing like this portion fell off, broken spring. But as I said before, that's gonna be another video on how to replace parking brake assembly. Now let's go back to rotor and brake pad replacement. I went with this one on Amazon. I believe it was about $25. I'll leave you Amazon affiliate link in the bottom of this video. But before putting the rotor here, I'm gonna clean it with alcohol to make sure the surface is clean and doesn't have any coat on it. I'm gonna put it in. For brake pads, I'll be using a Akebono, and it comes with the brackets, so I can remove those. Looks good. Now I'm gonna remove this. And I'm gonna just clean this. And put lubricant here. Just make sure it's operational. I'm gonna do the same thing on this one. Now you can go even further, and with brake parts cleaner, flush stuff from here, make sure it's completely clean. But I think the way I did it should be good enough. And this bracket is ready for assembly. I'm gonna start with hand tightening 2 bolts. And the reason I'm doing hand tightening first is I don't want to have issues with cross threading. And now I'll use 14mm socket to tighten those bolts more. If you're gonna use torque specs, those are about 48 foot-pounds. Now I have to decompress the piston on the caliper. Should be good. Now I'm gonna insert the brake pads. Just put a little bit here. Have to come on this side to make sure it fits. I think the brackets were not pushed all the way in, but it's in now. I'm gonna put caliper in. I'll put a little bit of lubricant here, just a little. Now I'm gonna hand tighten those. That's also 14 millimeter. The bottom one you can just use a ratchet. Top one you won't be able to because our brake hose is in the way, so you're gonna have to use a regular wrench. And torque specs here is 20 foot-pounds. Now if while you're trying to secure this bottom bolt, this nut rotates, you have to use 17 millimeter wrench to hold this nut in place. Now I'm gonna install the wheel. Lug nut size is 19 millimeter and torque spec is 90 foot-pound. I'm gonna use this adapter to make the process go by faster. Alright, you all set? That's how I changed rotors and brake pads on Subaru Outback 2013. Pretty soon on my channel you'll also see how to replace parking brake assembly. If you have any questions, let me know, I'll reply as soon as I can. I'm gonna put Amazon affiliate links of the products and tools I use to get the job done at the bottom of this video. Thanks for watching, see you next time.